So hopefully I will help demystify why you should study data analytics. Did you know there's a wonderful group called the Expert Group in Future Skills? They're funded by the government to do research into where there are skill shortages within Ireland. And as a result, they have identified some very specific areas where there are shortages, one of which is data analytics. Now, data analytics has evolved and changed over the years, and there is a shortage of that skill set. So that's why the government have decided to fund courses to the value of 90% to those who are working. So you can upskill and add it on to a qualification you might have already. So data analytics is something that's useful in many environments. However, why is it that we're pushing data analytics? Well, National College of Ireland, we've been around over 70 years. We were set up originally as the Workers' College, and we were in Renal then. And the lecturers were volunteers, because they were all about how can ordinary people access education. Hence why the college was set up. So it was set up initially as the Workers' College, the College of Industrial Relations, then the National College of Ireland. And that's when we moved from Renla across into the IFSC. So a lot of people think we're actually a blow-in, but we're not. We've been around over 70 years. So that's who we are. So our whole skill set is in helping people reskill and study while you are working. So that's a bit about ourselves. Springboard. Springboard, people have heard that name, they're not quite sure where it fits in. Well, approximately 10, 11 years ago, the government had to address the recession. And what happened was a lot of people were unemployed. And they were highly skilled. They already had qualifications, they had degrees, they had masters in their given area. So Springboard was formed to look at how we could look at reskilling or upskilling people in those areas. Because up until that, all we had was FOSS. And FOSS did reskilling up to level 5. And there were people who were unemployed who had PhDs. So something had to change. So the government looked at doing things differently. So Springboard was born. And what's different about it? Well, they put a tender out each year. And they meet with the Expert Group in Future Skills. And they look and see where are the jobs? What are the skill shortages? What are companies saying that they need? What do companies say that they are going to be looking for over the next period of time? Based on that, they put a tender out to many different organisations, from your local community colleges to third level colleges to universities and everything in between. And they give like a menu, and they say if you have courses that will address all these specific requirements, put them in a tender, which is what we do. And then in May each year, the government announces what courses they will fund. So last year they changed that people who are working can avail of any of the Springboard courses up to a value. They funded 90%. However, if you don't have a level 6 already and you want to do a level 6 and you're working and you want to do a Springboard course, that's totally funded. So a lot of people automatically think that Springboard is for those who are unemployed, but that's wrong. Springboard is now for people who are employed and who may be looking to change careers. And there's quite a few people who have done that very successfully after studying data analytics. So I'll talk a bit about that, but look at Springboard. Maybe data analytics isn't your thing. Maybe it doesn't float your boat. That's fine. That's not a problem. There are many courses there, and there might be one that just excites you, and that maybe that's the area that you want to change. So that's why I would strongly recommend people go on to springboardcourses.ie and have a look. And there are 2 intakes a year. There's an intake in September, there's an intake in January. So that's a bit about Springboard and where that fits in. So National College of Ireland have been very successful in getting graduates of Springboard courses in employment. when it was open to those who were unemployed. So as a result, we've actually been receiving funding for these courses for the past, I think it's 10 or 11 years. Okay, so here we are onto the subject area of data analytics, and we have 2 courses funded under Springboard. We have a higher diploma in data analytics level 8 and a postgraduate diploma level 9. Okay, where do those fit in the normal scheme of things? The higher diploma, the level 8, is classified as a conversion course. What that means is you need to have a level 8 normally to access that. So what's a level 8? An honours degree. You may have an honours degree in horticulture. You could have it in catering, you could have it in business, you could have it in fine arts, you can have it in so many different subject areas. That will give you access into any conversion course. Now, it's not a slam dunk that, once you put your application in, you're accepted. You have to do a logic test, and that's for your benefit and ours, because we need to see that you have the numerate capabilities, because maybe the course that you've studied didn't have many numeracy modules in it. So there are many people who have had a different qualification and who have done a higher diploma in data analytics and have changed into the analytics sphere. That then will give you access into the postgraduate diploma. So people ask me, what's the difference between a postgraduate diploma and a master's? They're both at level 9 in the National Framework of Qualifications. However, the master's, you do research modules and you do a thesis. That's the only difference between the postgraduate diploma and the master's. And currently the government are funding a whole variety of postgraduate diplomas at level 9 for people in areas where there are skill shortages. So, to get a direct entry into the postgraduate diploma in data analytics, you would need to have an undergraduate in computing. If you didn't have an undergraduate in computing, you then would have to do the higher diploma in data analytics. Have I bored you yet? No, okay. You're still with me. I don't see anybody snoring, so I'm fine. Okay. For the higher diplomas in data analytics, there are 2 delivery methods, right? You have a classroom and you have an online. Now, there's huge growth in the way online courses are delivered. The classroom delivery, you're looking at attending college approximately 3 evenings a week and some Saturdays. These are intense courses. They're not light and fluffy. These are not courses that you pick up thinking, yeah, I need something for the winter nights. No, these courses will chew you up. I have seen grown men cry because they just thought this course was something that was a tick the box and they could show up in the evening. No, you have to apply yourself to it. So if you come into a classroom, you can expect to see approximately 40 to 50 other people in the classroom. If you do the online version, and this is where technology has changed, you do not have to come into the college at all in any shape or form. You can even do your exams online. However, the online classes are not dead by PowerPoint, right? These are live interactive classes. You have to sign in. This is an example of what's happening in an online class. You have our lecturer. This is Dr. Eugene O'Loughlin. He's actually written books on stats, and this is actually a screenshot from an online class I was actually involved in on Tuesday night. And we were doing sample classes so that people could actually get a taster of what it's like to study online, because a lot of people have a different perception of what online learning is. But ours are live interactive. So you can see from the board on the top right hand side, you have the lecturer, so you will get to see the lecturer. And they're talking, needless to say it's live. They might be doing it in one of the pods in the college, they might be doing it from their office, or if they're very naughty, they're doing it en route, but that's a whole other conversation. And you have a list of all the people who are attending, and you have a chat box there on the right. So you're constantly interacting with the lecturer. So people are so used to typing their questions, you can do that. Anything you can do in a classroom situation, you can do in the online, with the example of throwing the ruler at somebody. But you can do breakout rooms, you can take over their computer, you can take them aside and have a private chat with them. There are so many options now on the online platforms. So this is the Adobe Connect platform that we use here at NCI. So that is what you would be looking at if you were studying online. Okay, you talk about analytics, and these are some quotes that one of the lecturers used, and I think they're actually very witty. There are three kinds of lies. Lies, damn lies, and statistics, from Benjamin Disraeli. There's an unsophisticated forecaster uses statistics as a drunken man uses a lamppost, Andrew Lang. I only believe in statistics that I doctored myself, Winston Churchill. Or, if you want to inspire confidence, give plenty of statistics. It does not matter that they should be accurate or even intelligible, so long as there's enough of them. And that's from Lewis Carroll. Okay, so I'm just going to use the example of the higher diploma in data analytics, our one-year class. Currently, if you want to study with me, you can't. It's full. I've actually filled 4 classes starting next week, so in January if you're interested, but come talk to me afterwards. So let's say you're one of my students starting next week. Well, we would start with Semester 1, Introduction to Data Analytics. So we talk about where do analytics fit in the current business sphere. We look at SQL. And then we go on to business analysis and communication. And for that, we use what's called a BABOK, the Body of Knowledge for Business Analysis. And that looks at all the decision making, because you might learn how to crunch the numbers, but you need to know what numbers to crunch. So you need to understand business processes. So that's where the Body of Knowledge for Business Analysis comes in. Then you start in the programming for big data. So what programming do we use? Well, at the moment, there's 2 main schools of thought in data analytics, and the 2 main languages used is Python and one called OR, the letter OR. At the moment, our courses teach the letter OR, and there is some Python involved, but it's predominantly OR. Then we go through business data analysis. So then you look at the different, that's where the maths comes in. So don't even dream of thinking of doing data analytics if you have a fear of maths. You're in the wrong area, right? You need to be comfortable with maths. You need to be able to look at the average, mean, basic maths, but you need to be comfortable doing all of those equations. So that would take you up to Christmas. And one of the nice things about our course is we do continuing assessment. So 50% of the course would be ongoing assessment. You would have exams in January. Then you'd be back at the end of January. And what would you be doing? You'd be doing web data and web mining. So you'd be looking at mining the data maybe on Netflix, Twitter. So you start to look at the data lakes and what can you mine and what can you get information from. Then you look at data visualization. Well, what is data visualization? Well, it's actually how to make the data more visible in a setting. So we would use Tableau. You would get Tableau licenses as a student. So imagine you're in a business meeting and you have this great idea, you have all the data, but you need to communicate it in a way that everybody around the table can understand it. So you need to understand how to put together different charts, different presentations. Because how can you sell your idea that you may have researched all the data for unless you can communicate it in a way and visualize it that other people can understand? And that's where data visualization comes in, and it's actually quite important. Then you have the advanced business data analysis, and that's where you really get down deep and dirty and start analyzing and modeling and pulling together everything that you have learned to date. And that will bring you to May, where you do your exams. After May, you don't have to come into the college. You only have one other you have a third semester, but you have one other subject area. So you would do research methods and you have a project. And that project you can do you can choose the subject area, but it has to be relevant to what you have learned and how you've applied it. And particularly when you're working, it helps to get the support of your employer by telling them you can do a project to solve one of their issues. You know, it really helps working with your employer on this. Now, what's not listed there is that will take you up until August, and then you're finito. You submit all your information, and hopefully you get to graduate in November with a higher diploma in data analytics. There is a non-credit bearing module there, and what I mean by non-credit bearing is you don't get credit for studying it, but it is of really practical knowledge, and it forms part of the funding for the course. It's called Career Bridge. And what that's about is helping you understand where the jobs are currently. We have an award-winning careers department who help you with job applications if you are looking to change jobs. Also around LinkedIn profiles. Let's say you may be looking to change and you want some information around assessment centres, because some companies use that. The Career Bridge module is really useful. So many people think, I don't need it, but then they realise they actually do, because to pull it all together, it is really worth attending those classes. Okay, so who does these things? Well, I decided to pull some statistics and data, not too much mind you, of a class who's graduated. So we looked at the 2018 graduates in the higher diploma in data analytics. So we looked at students who graduated in 2018. Now, believe it or not, out of those who graduated, 57% of those were looking to upskill, to advance in their current company, or to change careers. So that was the reason for them doing the course, 57%. Now, 33% were looking at changing altogether. So they wanted to change careers. They were doing something that they wanted to do something different and possibly move into data analytics. And 10% were unemployed, and they wanted to get a qualification that would allow them to enter the market. So, out of the 10% of the students who were unemployed, they were all in employment within 3 months, and they were all working in data analyst areas. And of the 33% of the students working in what's called irrelevant employment, in other words, who were in non-data analytics jobs, 49% changed within 3 months to a relevant role. And of the 57% of students working in relevant employment who completed their course, 54% moved role, either within their company or to a new company within 3 months. Now, we do not track students after 3 months, so I have no data after the 3 months. Okay, examples of students who have done these courses. Well, we had an unemployed warehouse manager who was male, and he secured a role as a data analyst with Aon after completing the course. We had a male gentleman working in the mortgage underwriting with Bank of Ireland, and he successfully changed into trading and price risk analyst in Electric Ireland. And females here, not forgotten either. We had an unemployed female returning from the workplace, and she secured a role as a data analyst with the Beacon Hospital. And a female changed from the communications industry to Dropbox as a channel operations analyst. And another female was promoted from customer relations specialist to a project manager within Amazon. And that's all as a result of doing the higher diploma in data analytics. Okay, now, people say, well, what type of a job could I get after doing this? Well, here's some of the titles of the roles. There's so many of them. And some of them are quite funny when you start drilling down. But anyway, data analyst, content reviewer, assistant manager, lead and MI, business intelligence analyst, pricing analyst, data analytics, management associate, risk analytics intern, business development manager, business intelligence analyst. As you can see, you can read them there yourself, the list goes on. And the wonderful thing about data analytics is it crosses all industries. Every industry can benefit from looking at their data and analysing it. A selection of the companies people got jobs working in afterwards: Dropbox, SureSkills, NGNA, HSE, Salesforce, Electric Ireland, Indeed.com, State Street, Accenture, Bank of Ireland, Slack, Pfizer, AIB, AXA Insurance. That's a cross-section. Okay? Are you excited about data analytics now? I know, I'm good, but I'm not that good. But it's more about giving you information about data analytics, right? And it's up to you to decide, is this for you? Is this something that you actually really want to do? I can't answer that question for you. I can give you the information. It's up to you whether you want to run with that and whether it calls you and it's something you want to do. But believe it or not, data analysts, this is just one observation. When you look at computing and you look at the classroom, you see very few females, maybe 20%, but it's getting more, sometimes 30%. When you look at those studying data analytics, there's more and more females coming in. It's 50-50 now between males and females doing data analytics, which is wonderful and really great news to see. And that opens up doors in so many other ways. Others go on to do postgrad in cybersecurity, in data analytics, in cloud computing, in other computing areas. So, consider it. The government are funding it for those eligible to the tune of 90%. Does anybody have any questions? Or what I will say to you is, I'm on my own today, I'm on the stand. So if you have any questions afterwards, come over to me. And I'd be delighted to try and help answer them. If I can't answer them, I'll find out the answer, because I don't know everything. I really don't. And for those of you who don't know where we are, we're in the IFSC in Dublin City Centre. We're on the Lewis line. So thank you for listening to me.